Nobody cares about what major you're doing or how your job's going. People just want to roll dice. If your cousins are willing to play D&D, get a game going with these characters.
The holidays are the time to come and hang out with your family, let loose, and maybe play a little D&D. And this year, we're going to show you a couple festive monsters to add to your campaign.
First on our list of NPC/monsters, we have the Keg Golem.
We've all stacked a couple of iron blocks in Minecraft, put a pumpkin on top, and made a golem. But have you ever made a Keg Golem in D&D?
It can be a familiar of the bartender to help dispense drinks to the lovely customers. However, it's not afraid to get physical with the drunk guests that step out of line.
And you know, it doesn't even need to be an NPC. It can be a companion of the party. One friend of everyone. It's getting everyone drunk.
It loves to sit down and resemble a keg by the fire when business is slow, but the camouflage isn't so good for someone who's sober.
And the Keg Golem doesn't even need to be your normal brew or ale. It can be a liquor, it can be eggnog for the festive holidays. It's whatever you want it to be. It's in a keg, everyone's drunk, who cares? And it'll magically refill over time. No one needs to come over and be the waiter of the group.
And if you're an alcoholic, there's a game with this golem. All you have to do is try to drink it all before it can magically restore.
And let's say you're a rule breaker. You're trying to live outside the lines of the law. And that's where D&D's got your back. You can just make up monsters at will, just like we did with the Jinglesnake.
The Jinglesnake is a rattlesnake that stays in cold climates and has a jingle bell on the tail. They hide in the snow and attack when you get too close.
And let's say you get bit by the Jinglesnake. You could get effects like frostbite, which would slow your movement, and after 10 minutes, all the health you would gain by magical means would be reduced by half until an antidote is administered.
If you see one, you have to watch out because they'll go Indiana Jones on you and have a mass all attacking you. So be careful. Now, let's say you're meeting up with your boo thing and you got the mistletoe all ready to go. Next thing you know, you get bonked over the head when you go in for the kiss.
And that's right under the missile. Oh no. They're a harmless trickster fae, and they closely resemble a mistletoe.
If you can dodge the missile oh no in time, you can snatch one of its berries and eat it as an HP boost that's used in a cauldron as a love potion.
And if you're interested in out-tricking the trickster, all you need to do is outroll whatever's limit your dungeon master set for you. Let's say you're not a necromancer, you're not a druid, and you're not a cleric. You can't bring life anything, and you can't bring life back to anything. There's still a way for you to add some life to the party with the awaken spell in the YULE tree.
For you lumberjacks out there, look before you chop, because this tree, when motionless, is indistinguishable from any others. But they will grab your axe and swing that thing right back at you.
These trees can be planted by a DM lurking around any turn because of how simple they work, and they could also be summoned. They don't need to be planted by the DM. As a player, you can just summon your own trees to trick some PCs or DM playable characters.
It is such an effective way for a DM to cause some paranoia and uneasiness while a party is traveling through the forest. And if they manage to beat it, then they get a nice and cozy Yule log for the fire.
CR2.
But Senpai, what about a monster for all us weebs out there?
Oh, well, don't worry. Rolling Deep has you guys covered.
Really?
We've come up with the FUROSHIKI, a gift that is a Japanese cousin of a mimic. When you open up this gift, it wraps around your body like a boa constrictor, killing you, suffocating you, doing anything it can do to prevent you from progressing.
Or, in the opposite direction, it opens up with a gift inside of you from a loved one.
Inside of you?
Can give you a gift from a loved one and feel like a warm hug.
Yeah, and I've heard it doesn't even need to be a DM-controlled thing. It can be a familiar that you've created, and it can help you fight, it can help you fly around like a magic carpet. You're the one controlling it, you get to decide what it does for you.
Yeah, I would love to have one of those and have it in some sort of cute design and pattern, personally to my liking.
Well, that's awesome, man, because it comes in any shape, size, pattern the DM or the player decides.
Wow. That's awesome.
You know who else is awesome?
Who?
Olimar from Super Smash Bros.
Dude, that is my favorite character.
Yeah, and he very closely resembles the next person we're talking about. It's the Demon CHWINGA, and we're using it as a Tinkerer variation. And this CHWINGA is not your normal CHWINGA. It's creating a mech-like monster.
That's interesting because typically CHWINGA are shy little creatures that reside in nature. These creatures are harmless, and the presence of them can seem like a nice breeze or petals loft in the wind.
Yeah, but these ones will crack your nuts. These magical little creatures are fascinated by humanoids. They love the little trinkets and tools we use for our ordinary tasks, and they think they're far beyond magical.
But befriending one of these CHWINGAs could be a useful companion. A bite from one of these homebrew creatures is not what you want to start your day off with.
Let's say you wanted to make them a little more Christmas themed. You could have the mechs dressed up as a nutcracker, just like the callback from earlier. However, in this Rolling Deep homebrew, we have a certain CHWINGA that closely represents a nutcracker.
So if you're a DM that wants to crack your party's nuts, please choose that character. But whether or not you want to do that, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching us.